What is up, y'all? We are back with a brand new video, and this is a board that I've been waiting to review for a hot minute now. I've had it in my collection for over a year now, and I've just been waiting to review it because if you guys remember from my moment video, I said that the Derivative is a board that I really like it. Not as much as the moment right now, but it needs a new plate, and that plate has since arrived. I've put it in here, and it is peak. This board is awesome. I recently got a polypropylene plate for this, replacing the old aluminum plate, and it was very, very, very much worth it. And yeah, this is possibly one of the best boards in my collection now after I built it with this. Now, before I go and yammer on with everything, I have actually made a Discord server, okay? Look, I didn't think this would happen, but I mean, I put like a little poll. It like slowly accumulated people saying, yeah, we joined. So I'm hoping people actually join this Discord server. I have a few friends in there already, and I've been using it for a hot minute, but now it's going to be open for everyone to join. There's a link to it in the description. So if you just want to like yammer about keyboards and stuff, or give me like video ideas, or even if like just sell keyboards, buy keyboards, trade keyboards, I mean, you can use my server for it. But yeah, link for it's in the description. If you want to be cool and talk there, I mean, like, feel free to join. It's really cool. But yeah, so the Derivative. This board is insane. This board is just endgame material. Just looking at all of the curves on this board, the mirror Derivative logo with the stainless steel weight, it just looks insane. And compared to the moment, looks wise, I'm pretty sure I said it in the moment video, but Derivative just beats it, right? The moment looks good. I'm not saying the moment looks bad at all. This is an awesome looking keyboard, very much endgame material. It is a very, very awesome keyboard. However, this is after JJW has had a little bit more experience designing boards. This is after he did the Cloud line, after he did the moment. So he used all of his knowledge that he has gained prior and put it all into this super nice 60%, and it definitely shows that this is insane. Just looking at every angle of this board, the side profile just looks insane. It looks awesome. And just the nice curve, you know, just bottom piece right here, it's insane. Now, sound-wise, I know this was the entire reason why I delayed this video. I wanted to make this video way sooner, but I wanted to get a new plate for the Derivative so I could give an actual positive opinion on it because I love this board a lot. When I first got it, it was super nice, but there were a few issues I noticed with it, and these are like the main cons of the board. Number one, the aluminum plate sucks. Yeah, it's not fantastic. It makes the board sound kind of hollow-ish. And also, for some reason, the cutouts for the stabilizers on the spacebar specifically are a little tight. And TX stabilizers are just, they don't sound good. Just in the spacebar. Modifiers, I have TX stabilizers there. But specifically the spacebar, use a cherry clip-in because it'll actually fit correctly and make the spacebar sound normal. No idea why it needs to have that. I don't think it should be an issue at a board that costs $430, $460, which it's kind of stupid that, you know, we're kind of running into these issues, not trying to dog on JJW, but yeah, that kind of needs to be like solved. Just, I don't know what it was, but when I used a TX stabilizer on the spacebar, it just didn't sound good. Also, this is JJW's third board. This issue was in the Cloud line, and unfortunately, it's in this board too, which is it has case ping and it needs to be force broken. And if you're using the aluminum plate, I wouldn't even suggest tightening the case screws all the way. Like, I would like legit have them half loosened, and I could like unironically like slightly separate the case, like the top and bottom case sub when I had the aluminum plate in, just because of how like just hollow it would sound and just how pingy, well, not really pingy, but just hollow. It just sounded like there was so much room in the case when there really wasn't. And so that's what the polypropylene plate does. It is a plastic plate, so it kind of mellows out the sound sub. It basically keeps the ideal sound of the aluminum plate, but just removes all of the ping. And it's just the ultimate lifesaver when it comes to, I guess, solving hollowness in keyboards, if you don't really want that kind of sound signature. Now, another thing that might be considered a con while we're at it is the PCB. The PCB only comes in the solderable option, which I know some people are like, oh my gosh, I don't want to solder a keyboard, blah, 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 blah. Just mil-max it, okay? Mil-maxing just allows you to make any layout you want hot swap rather than, yeah, we're going to have to make one option hot swap and you're kind of stuck with it. This allows you to do multiple options as hot swap if you just sit down and mil-max it. It's really nice. I prefer mil-maxing just because of that, because sometimes people make layouts for hot swap PCBs and they suck. This, you can kind of just do whatever you want. You can freestyle it. You can do whatever makes you happy, whatever floats your boat. And that is why I think mil-max is a little bit better. But obviously, you know, sometimes people just aren't happy with everything, and that might be one of the cons for some people. So I yammered a little bit about the sound, saying that the polypropylene plate just saved the sound for this board. So here's a sound test with OWL neons on polypropylene. It's a pretty loud board. So yeah, there's a sound test of the board, and you can kind of see why in the F260 video, I mentioned like, yeah, this board is super loud. Last time I remember having this much fun with the board was the Derivative. This is why. This board is really, really loud. It's kind of in your face, which I know some people really aren't into. Some people like having a little bit more quieter sounds or something like that, or just something that isn't as clacky, you could say. But for me, that is how I like building my boards. A lot of my boards are like that, and this board just like really scratches that itch, and it's really giving me the joy that I had with the board back when I first got it, before I rebuilt it, and it just kind of didn't sound as well. And polypropylene plate, or really maybe just any plastic plate, I just went with polypropylene just because it's kind of the meta right now for plastic plates. But yeah, that it just kind of was like the saving grace that this board needed. And yeah, it's just, if you're gonna get a Derivative, get a plastic plate. It's going to sound super, super good, and it's worth it, even if it costs an extra like 30 bucks. Yeah, and I bet that's like all I got. I think JJW might be planning another group buy for the Derivative. I'm not 100% sure. I have the link to JJW's website also in the description, so you can join his Discord server there and, you know, try to see whatever updates are going to happen with the Derivative, if he's going to do any future drops of it. Who knows? But yeah, this board is fantastic. If you're planning on getting on Mech Market, you kind of expect around the low 500s, I'd say. That might be where you're going to be able to find it for reasonable prices. But yeah, this board is fantastic, definitely endgame worthy, but just not for me. I have an F260, but this board is super, super nice. Anyways, that's all I got. I'm done yammering. Thank you guys for sticking around, and make sure to join the Discord server if you really just like want to hang out with some people, such as me and a few of my friends. So yeah, that's all I got. Adios.